Okay, so we have fifth house here. The fifth house is traditionally ruled by Leo. This is the house of creative expression, the house of love, the house of fun, enjoyment, and your childhood. During this particular time, it may be an opportunity. There may be opportunities that arise for you to become more creative. This is StarLink guidance, and these are messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June 2024. Please take what resonates and discard the rest. We're going to begin with an overview of the astrology for the month. So on June the 3rd, we have Mercury, the planet of learning, communication, and networks, moving into its domicile home of Gemini. Now, Mercury in Gemini is going to mean that there will be a focus on enhanced communication, whether it is written communication or spoken communication. There'll be a collective gathering of thoughts and ideas. There'll be a desire to want to participate in activities that are going to intellectually stimulate and enhance the mind. There may be a focus during this time period on networking with others and also increased social interaction. On June the 6th, we have a new moon in Gemini. Now, new moons are times in which we are setting new intentions around what it is that we want to make or create. Now, all of the intentions that we'll be setting around this particular time are going to be more focused on communication. So whether this is online communication, social media platforms, whether this will be focused on like media campaigns or marketing campaigns, whether this will be focused on wanting to learn or develop a new skill, or even increase and broaden networks, particularly professional networks. So these will be favored during this time, including any types of activities that may focus on reading and essentially anything that's going to again give any type of intellectual stimulation. On June the 8th, we have Mars entering the sign of Taurus after its extended stay in its home of Aries. Now, with this particular energy, it's going to increase our determination and persistence towards the goals that we have. There may be a new approach to executing the goals. They'll be more practical at this time, and there'll be a big focus on any types of goals to do with increasing money or creating more financial stability. On June the 16th, we have Venus, which is the ruling planet of Taurus and Libra, entering the sign of Cancer. Now, Venus in Cancer is going to be a deeper focus on self, particularly self-care, and also a deeper focus on our emotions and our emotional security. So this may mean that the types of matters that Venus in Cancer will be enhancing or making more prominent in our lives are things to do with the home, the family, and also parental figures. There may even be a focus on us displaying more compassion, empathy, sensitivity, and nostalgia during this time. On June the 17th, we will have Mercury joining Venus in the sign of Cancer. And this is going to mean that a lot of the thoughts and ideas that we will have will be more intuitive in nature in terms of how we receive them. There may also be a focus on maybe changing home, moving home, home improvements. There may even be matters of family that may come to the forefront of our focus during this time. Generally speaking, it will be a time in which we'll be feeling a lot more introspective and a lot more reflective. On June the 20th, we have the Sun entering the sign of Cancer, joining Mercury and Venus, and this will mark the beginning of Cancer season officially. And this will also be, for those of you that live in the Northern Hemisphere, the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year. Now, without further hesitation, I'm going to get into the messages for Aries. I'm going to be using this deck, which is the I think it's called the Astro Alignment deck. This is made by the same creator of the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. I'm just going to give it a shuffle before we begin. Right, what are the most important message for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising during this time? Ooh, there's quite a few cards that have come out. So we've got 5th house. We have Venus we have equinox, we have Mercury. A card has dropped on the floor. We have the new moon, and we also have a solar eclipse. Beautiful. Let's have a look at the base of the deck before we begin. At the base of the deck, we've got medium coli. So your medium coli in your natal chart represents the highest point in your chart, and it's usually on the cusp of the 10th house. So a lot of the matters that relate to your medium coli represents where you are supposed to be within your life. So this could represent your public perception. This can also represent your career aspirations. So this is telling me that overall the deeper focus is going to be on building your career, securing material stability through financial matters, potentially either looking at starting a business or essentially creating separate streams of income. But money matters are going to be at the forefront, and career matters will be at the forefront of what Aries will be focusing on during the month of June. Okay, so we have fifth house here. The fifth house is traditionally ruled by Leo. This is the house of creative expression, the house of love, the house of fun, enjoyment, and your childhood. During this particular time, it may be an opportunity. There may be opportunities that arise for you to become more creative during the month of June. I feel like this is creativity through exploration, creativity through play. This is about doing more of the things that give you a sense of fulfillment and a sense of enjoyment. But I also feel that for some of you, there's going to be a focus on what you are creating. So I feel like you're creating with intention. So this could be building a business, enhancing your career. This could be looking at skills and talents that you have that could create separate streams of income. So I definitely feel like with this fifth house energy, this is about doing the things that you enjoy, but looking at how this could create a separate stream of income for you, or replace an existing career, or potentially create a business or sideline for you. With Venus being here, I definitely feel like Venus with the fifth house. Venus is traditionally the ruler of Taurus, which is the second house, and also the ruler of Libra, which is the seventh house. So I definitely feel like through your creativity and through your exploration, you may be expanding your networks, but I also feel like the Venus being next to the fifth house is an enhanced energy of creativity. So you're going to feel a lot more creative. You're going to be wanting to do the things that you enjoy, the things that you love, the things that give you pleasure. You're going to be through seeking pleasure is where you will either have an idea or discover something new around what you want to build, make, or create, and potentially through exploring your skills, your gifts, your talents is where you'll create more income for yourself or more revenue. With the equinox being here, I feel like this is pointing to a complete change of direction in terms of what you are building, making, or creating. For those of you that are focused on building a business at the moment or wanting to change career directions, I feel that June is going to be an extremely rewarding month for you. I feel like it's going to be a month that is going to be very fulfilling. I feel like it's one in which you will expand your professional networks, but I also feel like it's one in which you'll come to a realization about how you can make your gifts, your skills, and your talents plausible businesses. I definitely feel like you're going to be taking a lot more practical actions and steps towards gaining more momentum in some of the ideas that you would have been reflecting upon and contemplating during Aries season. And this is the time in which you are putting your plan into action. You may be creating a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, a 1-year plan, and you are actively taking steps in your daily goals towards making it happen. But I definitely feel like you're looking at creating material stability and security for yourself over a longer period of time. And I feel like you're in the stage in which you may be focused on either developing a website for some of you, so that you've got more of a global audience. You could be in the stage of creating new social media pages in order to create a whole marketing campaign to promote your goods or your service that you have, or even the gift or the skill that you have developed. So I definitely feel like this is the time in which you're going to be intentional around what it is that you're making or creating. And I actually feel like this is going to be the time in which you're going to feel the most amount of inspiration. With Mercury being here and Mercury being under the 5th house, which is this one here, I feel that your communication is going to be focused on your networks. So you're going to be looking at expanding your networks. You may be going to talks, you may be listening to webinars, you may be listening to podcasts. I feel like the information that you are taking in at the moment is around you learning how to market yourself, market your business, market your skill. I feel that you're also going to be focused even more so on how you promote what it is that you do, whether it's a product, whether it's a service. I feel like you're going to have quite a lot of online presence. And I also feel like you're going to be either in discussions or talks with different people. So these could be potential clients or potential customers. For some of you that are already in established careers, this could look like being at meetings or interviews for different companies or businesses that you want to work for and showcasing what it is that you're able to do. Everything that you're doing at the moment during the month of June is going to be very methodical, very detail oriented, and very strategic in how you execute. With this new moon being here, you are in a stage of creativity. This also confirms the 5th house energy and also the Venus energy here. You're very creative. Your creativity is enhancing. You're at a stage in which you are creating with intention, meaning that everything that you're doing, as I said, is very methodical, very strategic. You have a plan and you are, let me just show you, you have a plan. We've got the equinox card here confirming that. And you're executing your plan and you're understanding that in order for your business or your career to flourish, you have to use the energy of the season in order to gain momentum. So I actually feel like you are somebody that is intentional about your creations, and you use the moon cycles in order to help you manifest your goals. And I already feel like you've probably, if you haven't already come up with a 12-month plan, I feel like you're going to be using the new moon in Gemini to set intentions about what you want to create or achieve in the next 12 months. With the solar eclipse being here as well, again, it's more energy of creation and intention. This is, you know what it is that you want to do and you know how you're going to execute it and you are taking action towards it. You're very much aware of the stage that you are in, and you are in a stage in which it might be quite isolating because the only focus that you have right now is on what your goals are, how you're going to execute your goals, and how you can either increase your public, increase your audience. So you're looking to increase your audience or increase your marketplace by gaining traction using online media outlets. For those of you searching for a job, this could even be looking like LinkedIn, or using platforms such as LinkedIn to be able to gain the attention of different recruiters or different employers to showcase or demonstrate the skills that you have and how you can be an asset to that institution, business, or organization. But I definitely feel like there's a lot of communication that is happening, and a lot of this communication could be happening on a global scale. So you're trying to look at how you can reach a wider market or a wider audience by utilizing social media platforms, utilizing email. So you may have increased amount of email, especially with Mercury here. You may have an increased amount of emails that you'll be sending or receiving, but there will definitely be an exchange of information and you networking or liaising with people on a much bigger scale than previously. And these are all things that are here to help you to achieve your life purpose, because I definitely feel that you are someone who is in alignment with your life purpose. You know what it is that you want, you know how you're going to achieve it, and you understand that it's going to take time, effort, and dedication in order to execute your dreams. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some career and money oracle messages for you. Just gonna give them a shuffle. One more shuffle. Okay, messages for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising for June 2024. Let's see. We've got wings. We have crown. We have mask. I'm going to pull one more. And we have pendulum. Perfect. At the base of the deck, we have nugget. So there will be an increase in your finances that will be coming towards you. And this is going to be based on the changes that you are making to either your career or to a business or to creating a business that you are going to be starting during this time period. So I definitely feel like you will see an increase the more you progress towards your plan of execution for your career or for your business. With wings and crown here, money may have been an issue for you previously. You may have felt as though there was a resistance in you being able to gain as much money as you was previously earning. I feel like a lot of Aries have gone through a time in which their finances may have come to a halt or a standstill, or it may have been significantly reduced compared to what they were previously earning. And I feel like a lot of that was happening in order to put you in alignment with what your career path was supposed to be. Like, if you continue to receive the dividends and the money that you were earning in your previous role, it would not have given you the inspiration or the motivation to move into something new. So I genuinely believe that everything happens for a reason. So I feel like this was all here for you to move into your life purpose. And it was necessary because where you were going and the trajectory you were going on was not aligning you with your life purpose. It was giving you financial rewards, but it wasn't necessarily giving you the emotional fulfillment that you really desire. And I feel like what you're building and creating at the moment is what's going to give you a lot more focus, a lot more drive, and a lot more purpose. So you're being a lot more intentional this time round. Also, everything that happens is necessary in order for us to be able to learn the lessons. With crown being here, you have had to be extremely strategic. Your ability to strategize will be enhanced during Gemini season because air and fire complement each other. Air keeps the fire burning, and you in an air season is going to thrive because Aries rules the head. So you're going to have a lot more ideas, a lot more determination, a lot more focus. You will feel a lot more in control of what it is that you're doing, and you'll be a lot more intentional around the actions that you are taking to execute your plan. So everything that is happening at the moment is happening for you to be able to see your true potential and your true power, to let you understand that you are a boss. You can take ownership. You can be in a position of authority, leadership, and control. And in fact, Aries is one of the signs that represents authority, leadership, and control within the zodiac. So this is you stepping into your power and seeing that from the strategy that you are executing, you are seeing tangible results. With mask being here, I do feel that this is a time, even though we've got nugget here at the base of the deck, which is talking about a financial increase, I do feel that you need to be quite frugal with how you are utilizing the resources that you have. I feel like you need to be ensuring that you are saving your money. I feel like you need to make sure that you have a budget in place so that you are covering your necessities and you are not overspending or spending unnecessarily. You may benefit from actually having a system or a budget in place and sticking to that. You may benefit from also making sure that when you do receive any money, that a portion of that money is saved. I do feel that you would also benefit from going through all of your statements just to ensure that there are no sort of direct debits or standing orders that are coming out of your account that are unnecessary, and seeing if there's anything in terms of memberships that you may pay for or subscriptions that you pay for each month, if there's anything that you can reduce at this time in order to give you more disposable income to save. So that's what I feel. You're being encouraged to save money. Some of you may also need to guard against any type of theft, particularly any type of theft of money online. So be careful about how, if you're doing any online transactions, be very careful about what sites you're going to and what information you're putting in. It may be best to have one particular card that you use for online transactions so that you can actually verify the source, and that if there's any sort of actions that are untoward or not quite right, you can identify them quicker than if it's with your main accounts. So I feel like you may be better spreading your money out, meaning that you have one account for your bills, one account for your savings, and one account that you use for online transactions. This will sort of minimize any type of risk. And the final sort of card that we've got here is the pendulum card. So this is talking about the fact that your income may fluctuate. This fluctuation will occur simply because of the fact that you're in a transitional stage in which you may be moonlighting. So some of you may be working a particular job or doing a particular role in order to cover your income, cover your daily expenses, I should say, so that you can then spend time investing in your business. So be mindful of the fact that you will have a fluctuation. This is normal within business. For those of you that are currently looking for work and you're looking to seek new employment, this is going to be a situation in which what you may find is that as you are working or as you are looking for a new role, your money may fluctuate. And this is because you're going through a transitional stage. I do feel that for those of you that have been looking for work, you will find gainful employment. I do feel it will be in Gemini season, but I also feel like your situation will improve, but it may mean that you get a reduction of money before you start to receive the increase, but you are promised an increase during Gemini season. Okay, so that is your career section. Okay, I'm going to pull some love messages for Aries singles. Let's see what's going on for Aries singles. One more shuffle for Aries singles. Okay, base of the deck, we've got karmic partner. I feel that with delays so we've got delays and blocks, we've got divine intervention, we've got past life connection, and we've got discernment. I feel that love isn't necessarily something that a lot of Aries singles are focused on at the moment. I feel like the deeper focus within Aries is actually focusing on themselves. I feel like the delays and blocks is really talking about you working on healing areas of your life that you need to heal. I feel like a big part of your focus at the moment is moving towards your purpose. And I feel like this seems to be a bigger desire or a bigger want than actually having a partner at this time. I feel also that when you align with your path in terms of your purpose, which you're doing at the moment through taking these intentional steps towards creating, this is when you will find that you will align with someone who is for you. And I feel like at the moment with this message here, you are being redirected from relationships and situations that no longer serve you. You're going through a period of time in which the ascension that you are going through is going to isolate you from the people that you were around previously, simply because of the fact that you've gone through a deeper level of awakening, and it means that your values and your focus has changed. So therefore, in order for you to be in a situation where you are going to grow, the values and the focus that you have needs to be reflected in the social circles that you have. And this is why I feel like this is going to be a perfect opportunity for you to network during this season, because I feel that you're trying to find people that that understand you on a soul level and accept you for who you are, rather than holding on to an older version of who you were, which you'll get with older friendships and older relationships. So I definitely feel like this is happening at the right time. I feel like there may be, with this past life connection, there's two ways I'm seeing this. This could represent somebody from the past wanting to come back and to reconnect, which is what I'm strongly getting here. There could be somebody from, it could be a past life, but I'm really feeling like this is somebody from a past relationship that may reach out during this time. And I don't necessarily feel that, because of this particular message here, I don't necessarily feel that this is a move that you should make. I actually feel like it's going to hold you back or force you into being an older version of yourself, which you have outgrown, and that is no longer applicable to who you are becoming. So I definitely feel like you're being warned against engaging with a past partner. You are being told here to exercise discernment, and you are being warned against any types of signs that will tell you that this relationship is an unhealthy relationship. You've got to also remember that the relationships that you were in were reflective of the consciousness that you held at that particular time. And because of the fact that you've been doing a lot of inner work, these relationships won't be able to hold weight or give you stability and security, because you have grown past that. You've evolved past that consciousness. So therefore, there will be a disconnect between you and that person. Okay, let's see. Let's get some tarot. Any other messages in love for Aries for Gemini season? We have the Magician. I definitely feel like with this Magician card, you are manifesting a new relationship. We have Hierophant. We've got the World card. The Lovers. Wow. Okay. Base of the deck, we've got the Sun. You've stepped into a very intentional and conscious space. You are, at the moment, you are not compromising who you are, and you are not dimming to fitting. You're stepped into a place in which you are demanding what it is that you want, and you're not compromising. With this Sun card here, you understand what you are here to do, and you understand that the networks, the relationships need to reflect who you have become consciously. So I feel that you've got a heightened sense of awareness. With the Magician card here, I definitely feel like you're manifesting. You're focused on your goal, but you're manifesting a relationship. But you're manifesting a relationship that has all of the qualities that you value, because your value system has changed. Now, the Hierophant being here and this representing Taurus energy is telling me even more so that you want a relationship that reflects who you are now, what you believe, what is important to you and what you value. And you may even be somebody that holds a traditional view on relationships. So therefore, you're not wanting to engage in any relationships unless there is some form of long-term commitment. And I feel like this is a non-negotiable for you. With the World card being here, which is Capricorn energy, so we've got Taurus and Capricorn energy here. This is also solidifying what I'm saying, that you are somebody that is a traditionalist. You want a traditional relationship. You want something that is long-term and something that you can build with another, and you are not compromising for that. With the World card here, that this is also telling me that a cycle is closing out in order to bring you something new. And you want somebody with this Lovers card that not only accepts you as you are, but understands you on a soul level, and can also be someone who can support you, someone who is going to give you the reciprocal affection, and someone who is going to give you a lot of intellectual stimulation and compliment you in the areas or skills that you may not have. And I feel that with the Hierophant and the World card being here, this is somebody that you're going to meet whilst you are on your path of discovering your business or working on building your business or building your career. You're going to meet this person through work. That's what I feel. I feel like this person is going to be someone that you will meet on your journey to building your business, and you'll meet them through work. Okay, so let's move on to Aries that are in relationships. Let's move on to them. Aries that are in relationships, show me their messages for June. So we have delays and blocks. We've got discernment. Wow, these are the same cards that came out for single Aries. We've got let go of expectations. We've got quite a few cards. We've got trust your intuition. We've got influencing factors, we've got chemistry, and we've got third-party situation. I'm going to be very honest with you. Those of you that are currently in connections, I do feel... Those of you that are currently in connections, I do feel that this connection may be one that is coming to an end. I do feel that it's no longer reflective of the person that you are. I feel like you've gone through a deep transformation and awakening, and I feel like you, in order to have the relationship that you want, you're going to need to sacrifice or let go of this current relationship because it doesn't align with who you are. I feel like you're also being told that having discernment also looks like you having boundaries. Having discernment also looks like you asserting those boundaries. And I feel like this is something that you're going through at this time. I also feel like you're being told that not only are you going to have to let go of expectations, but you need to detach away from the outcome. The relationship that you're currently in may not necessarily be the one that's going to give you the longevity. And I feel like it's something that you've known for a while and that you have been feeling, but you have been ignoring that feeling because you haven't necessarily wanted the relationship to end, because you wanted the stability and security of knowing and also having the longevity, but you're being told to let this go. I definitely feel like there is a difference between you and this person. The influencing factors could be on the emotional or spiritual growth that you have received, which has elevated your consciousness to a place beyond where your partner may be currently at, and maybe it might be suitable for you and your partner to separate at this time in order for them to do the healing work that they need to do. If it is for you, it will come back round, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting the fact that as you grow emotionally and spiritually, your material life will change. This means that you're going to attain a certain level of success through your career or through the business that you are creating right now. This is what is going to cause the division, and this is what's going to make the relationship unequally yoked. There may be a physical attraction between you and this person, but I don't necessarily feel that it's enough for the relationship to sustain a long-term commitment. I also feel that when you are making a lot more progress and development within your new career or within the business that you're developing. There will be other suitors that are going to present themselves and show themselves to be ones that reflect the person that you are. And this is going to support you on your path to your life purpose. We have a third party situation here. So this may not yet have happened, but this could be something that will happen if you continue with this relationship. The division may occur in which either you're going to be tempted and wanting to be with somebody else that reflects you and reflects what you value and what you believe, or this may actually happen with the person that you're connecting with, which is why I feel that it may be time to have a separation in order for you to really rediscover what it is that you want from a relationship and to assess whether the current relationship that you have is truly in alignment with who you are. Okay, I'm going to pull a few tarot messages to close this part of the reading out. Messages for Aries in relationships. We've got the Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Oh, that's a lot of cards. I'm going to shuffle again. That's too many. The Magician. Eight of Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles, base of deck. Let's have a look. We've got the Three of Cups. Yeah, with the Three of Cups, you're going to have something to celebrate. I actually feel like you're manifesting a new relationship. We've got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Three of Pentacles, which represents a new stable partnership. We've got the Magician, which is what your intentions are focused on. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. I definitely feel like your focus is on work, but the relationship that you're going to be having, the one that's going to be long lasting, the one that's going to be fulfilling, the one that's going to be supportive, that's going to reflect the values that you hold and reflect your inner development and transformation, is going to be through work. You're going to meet somebody through work, and this is going to be somebody that's going to support you on your life purpose. This is actually going to be the rewarding relationship that you want, but the relationship that you currently have is not in alignment with where you are going and who you are becoming at this time. Okay. I'm going to pull some messages of advice to close out this reading. Okay, let me shuffle. This is the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle deck. So I'm going to be using this to give messages of advice for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Wow. We have Channel, which is animal energy. We have Saki, stability. We have Lantaki, Mace, peace. I'm going to pull one more. And the final card we've got is Yewa, guidance. At the base of the deck, we have Kadamara, initiation. Now, I am going to talk about this. This is the Hanged Man energy. This represents Pisces energy. This is about releasing and letting go. This is also about coming to a place of acceptance. This card talks about you expressing gratitude for what it is that you've achieved and seeing things from a higher perspective, because you may be more focused on what it is that you're losing, but you are unable to see what you are going to gain as a result of what you need to let go of. So even though it may be it may be painful in letting go of something that you love, understanding that it's not for you and what's coming in is going to be better is where you will get the acceptance in order to let go of people, places and situations that you have outgrown and no longer serve you. With this animal energy card here, channel, I definitely feel like you're being encouraged to spend a lot more time in nature, grounding your energy. I also feel like it's necessary for you to spend periods of time in isolation in which you can receive the messages that are for you, the messages that you need to hear, and the messages that are helping you to gain the wisdom to execute your plan of action and strategize how you build your business. You're co-creating with spirit here. With Saki being here, I feel like you're moving into a more abundant timeline. This for me is like the Emperor energy. This is the energy of understanding that you have more power, more authority, and more autonomy to take action towards your life. And what you are doing at the moment is you are building a legacy. You are building an empire. And the stability that you require is going to take time, but your determination and your focus will ensure a successful outcome for you, and you're moving towards a more stable timeline, even though it may not necessarily feel like this. The peace card here, Lantaki Mace, is really about you finding inner peace and finding peace through what you feel and what you know versus what you have materially. And I feel like you are moving into a more peaceful time, because the ability and the autonomy and the freedom to do what it is that you want to do that gives you pleasure is what's ultimately going to help you to create and manifest more of what it is that you want. And Yewa, guidance. Again, I think this is a confirmation of this card here. It's about you paying attention to what it is that you need to release or let go of. This is like the death card, and in the death card it represents everything coming to an end, but understanding that in endings bring beginnings. So I'm just going to read from the guidance book. Bear with me. I'm going to read animal energy. Okay, animal energy. So it says the dragonfly is not jealous that the eagle flies closest to its creator. He simply flies where he can and is unbothered by the birds of prey. The eagle's meal is not the same as the dragonfly's meal, therefore there is no construct of jealousy in the animal kingdom. This card emerges when you need to ask the oracles of the animal kingdom for their guidance and medicine. The creatures and animals exhibit habitual patterns. These will deliver messages of healing to anyone looking hard enough to observe their lessons and integrate them into their life. Animal medicine is always free and has hundreds of lessons to impart. Drop in on yourself and take note of all of the creatures you see during the rest of the day. The crystal that's being recommended to use is Tiger's Eye, and the affirmation here is, I am not jealous of anyone. It brings me joy to see others experiencing happiness and joy. So for some of you, this is really about understanding that what you are learning to do is to integrate lessons that you have already known about. You're learning to listen to your intuition. You're learning to be, I would say, observant of what is happening within your life, and understanding that where there may be success for others, it doesn't necessarily mean that you may not be successful. So you could be moving into an industry or a sector or a business that is quite competitive, but don't let somebody else's success deter you from where you need to be, is the message here. And it's about understanding that this is part and parcel of you being determined enough to work hard enough to create your own way of executing that particular business or strategy or career or skill. You're going to do it in your own way. Okay, I am going to read Peace, which is this card here, Lantaki Mace. Mama D is the mama you never knew you needed until she walks into your life with her cat Lucy, who is peeking her head out of the bathtub. The music coming from the bathroom playlist is the only is only the best hip hop as she leans into the mirror, applying her perfect makeup. Lantaki Mace is the electric lady of all the realms. She is the sacred bath lady for kings, queens, and spiritual leaders in all realms. She cleans you with oils and water and helps you helped by her dear elemental friends who aid her in every sacred ritual. Her pink glasses bring back 2005, while her eyes are filled with massive pools that seemingly flow out of the card. Lantaki works with water to help you process your lessons and to help you find peace. It's time to cry to that playlist that you made. It's time to let it all out and heal. When you hear the truth, you will well up inside and there is no fighting the flow of emotion. It is okay to release those waters. When Lantaki May shows up, it is time to ask yourself, am I avoiding the situation? Am I being communicative as I want in return? Am I open to receiving? And I feel like this relates back to the relationship. And for those of you that are in long-term relationships that are currently not in alignment with you, it's almost like you may not necessarily have broken up with that person yet, but you know that you need to because it's no longer in alignment with who you are. You may be avoiding it because you don't necessarily want to deal with the emotions that you're going to feel after the absence of that person. And this is what's actually part and parcel of the lessons that you are learning. And I actually feel like it's part of a bigger strategy to put you in alignment with where you're supposed to be in your life purpose. Okay, the final card I'm going to read is Yewa. Yewa is seen with her sword and horsetail whip, which she uses as a guide in the underworld to help souls to their final resting place. She reminds you that even in death, you are not alone. A guide will always present itself when your darkest hour seems to be upon you. This could be a dove, a goat, or owls, which are all creatures of Yewa. Her dress is made of silk, symbolizing that essence isn't gone in death, it is only transformed. The silkworm sucks the essence from the tree and creates silk fiber using its saliva. The result is a fabric that is softer on the skin than any other material and was reserved for elites in history. The cowrie shells in her hair are a gift from Mami Wata. If she appears, it is a sign to give yourself a large assortment of flowers. So I definitely feel like this is about understanding that you're going through a period of transformation. This transformation is necessary, and you are being supported through your transformation of letting go of the old in order to move into the new. And this could talk about not only relationship like that are romantic, but maybe obviously platonic relationships. Everything is coming to an end, but it's coming to an end in order for you to be more in alignment with where you are supposed to be. This is helping you towards your life purpose. And the flowers is symbolic of the beauty that the enjoyment and the pleasure and fulfillment that you will enjoy once you accept and learn to let go of what needs to be released. That is the end of your reading, Aries. I wish you nothing but love, light, happiness, joy, success, prosperity, and abundance. And I will see you in your next reading. Take care. Bye.